All right, everyone. Welcome back. Sixth episode of the Puddle of Grunge podcast. Um, just want to say, first off, thank you all for 200 subscribers. Crazy.
Oh, we hit it?
We hit it. We hit it earlier this morning, so that's kind of sick. Thank you all. Yeah, Colby, you got anything to say?
About the subscribers?
No. Going into the episode.
Oh. Well, we thought we would completely switch it up today and kind of go away from just talking primarily about grunge. We're going to go with our top 10 desert island albums today. But we have a little discrepancy in that we have 5 90s albums and then 5 non-90s albums.
Yeah, 5 albums from any era of music. We can choose any genre, anything. Yeah, kind of give a break out of just grunge because we chose 5 grunge / alternative for the top 5 and then last. Yeah, so you just want to get right into it? Go first, number 1.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
These are really in no particular order. I'm going to kind of switch them up for
Oh yeah, no.
From
order,
how
whichever
I-
these, yeah.
from how I have them, because I just want to wait to talk about some. So the first one I'm going to go with, we're going to do our 90s ones first. The first one that I got is Candlebox, self-titled.
Yeah, dude, that album rocks.
It's so good.
Yeah. And then even seeing Candlebox live, still hitting it
Mm-hmm.
to this day. Kevin Martin, shout out. No, that album is so great. From like Change to Rain to Far
Cover
Behind,
Me,
Cover Me
to
dude.
You,
Oh my god,
to Arrow. That's one of my favorites.
so good. Peter Cleft, just
Such a
Oh.
great guitarist.
underappreciated, maybe probably underrated guitarist. I know that
I-
term.
you know,
I know
that
we throw
one-
that
you know,
term around too much,
That
but
I might actually agree.
yeah,
He just has some like just great meat and potatoes leads on
just
that.
exactly. The Far Behind solo alone is just so memorable, and that riff is just so memorable as well.
It's unique.
it-
The riff
it's
is unique,
so slidey.
but they all just a lot of those songs on that first album just rock.
Yeah, it's just a pure rock album. It's oh man, that's a great first one.
I think it's it stands to even some like grunge band like 90s like Big 4
Yeah,
debut albums.
yeah,
I'd say
I feel like Candlebox.
they
you
are
know,
from Seattle.
They came from Seattle, but they're like, I feel like they never get the love they deserve, bro, for how good even their later albums are, like Lucy and what's the other one? I saw it at the record store the other day. It's got the eye on the cover.
I can't think of it right
Yeah,
now.
I can't remember what it is, but like even when they were playing their new songs like live, they were still rocking.
Oh yeah. When we were even at the concert, we were like, this song is like
Good.
amazing.
Yeah,
And I don't know why we haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, damn.
But yeah, even we shouldn't really get into talking about the actual band, but there's so many good songs on Lucy
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, man, Candlebox, self-titled, a great album. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say, they're one of these Seattle bands that kind of I feel gets overlooked by the greatness of the Seattle bands, because you got like Screaming Trees as well in there,
Mhm.
Candlebox obviously, and then I feel like Mudhoney also gets overlooked a lot.
Well, yeah, they're looked as a not a predecessor. Is that the right word? Predecessor.
yeah, predecessor to the more grunge movement,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Huge influence
Man.
on a lot of those artists.
yeah, it's oh man, Candlebox, great. So you want me to get to my?
Sure. Go ahead.
So we said we're not doing this in any order. So for my number 1, no order. We got Mad Season Above. Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like it was only right to include a supergroup on here so you can get like a taste of everything from the favorite bands, but dude, I could listen to this album all day.
It's like a
It's-
greatest hits
Oh my,
for a band with
yeah.
only one album.
yeah, exactly. One album, and it's literally just hit every single time. just perfect songwriting. I think the mix of Mike and Lane, especially as a guitar duo, is something special. It's so unique. Just because, Lane usually has that, he's singing in more of a heavy, sludgy
Gritty.
background. Yeah, gritty background. But, Mike comes in and warms it up a little bit with his tone and the way that he plays. And it's, oh my God, man. Above is such a great album. Such a great album.
I'll back it. I had actually just listened to it recently, as well as when me and you first listened to it, and through it's like every song's good. Just from Artificial Red, X-Ray Mind, River of Deceit, one of the
Black Book of Fear. You got Lanigan. You got and then Mark Lanigan on there, man.
One of my favorite tracks on this album, Long Gone Day. It's so unique,
beautifully written
from the rest of the album. Like not as much guitar centric, uses some percussion.
Wake Up might be one of my favorite songs ever.
Man, it's an opening track.
Just opening tracks are just so good. That opening track kind of makes the album for me. It just sets the tone of, I don't even know how long it is, like an hour that you're just gonna be amazed. And yeah, Above, have to take that one for on the desert island.
That's a great pick.
Yeah. So what's your number 2?
So my number 2, I think I'm gonna go with. So I gotta preface this as well. This list will change in a day. Some of these are so hard to nail down. Some of them it's really hard to think because I'm not much of like an album listener.
Yeah.
Per se. So like quite a lot of albums I haven't listened all the way through, but I know a lot of hits.
Yeah.
But so this next one I went for.
So if Colby has this album on his Desert Island list, that means it's actually a great album. You should listen to it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna do my next one, no particular order.
For the 90s.
For the 90s.
Yeah.
Crash by Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
So I just forced this guy to listen to it. And I don't know. They're more of a recent band that I've been getting into, Dave Matthews. Really, it's just the musicality of the members of Dave Matthews Band is unbelievable. All of them are such great players. And I love a lot of the songs on this album. They got the hits to back it up, but also I think the album tracks are really strong. Drummer is such a standout.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. After listening to it, and this is Dave Matthews Band has always been a barrier for me. It takes with me like something with voices. It takes me a while to get like over the voice. It took me a while with Smashing Pumpkins to get over Billy Corgan's voice, but now I love him. So I feel like if I listen to Dave Matthews Band more, I would like it more. But that being said, Crash was a really good album to listen to. If you enjoy just a diverse range of musical styles, I feel like, and a diverse range of techniques, especially on the drums, bro, because that drummer is insane. Yeah.
Man, good way of putting it.
Yeah. Drummer's insane.
Yeah, every member of the band is really good.
Yeah, I feel like they throw in a lot of stuff that you wouldn't necessarily. They're like, and you said live that they do like a lot of just jams and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I like to listen to like Grateful Dead and stuff. But yeah, I could see that. And it's a long one too, so you could take up a
really relish in it while it's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an 8 out of 10 out of him, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, more of a recent addition for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really strong album, and at the moment, I would take it on my desert island.
Yeah, let us know. Would you guys take Dave Matthews' Crash on your desert island pick? Or if you guys like Dave Matthews Band, let us know down below, please.
All right, number 2 from Big Ryan.
Number 2 from me. I'm gonna take 10 by Pearl Jam. I mean, what is there to say that we haven't already said?
I didn't know. I thought he switched it from the last time I knew what he had. But what a strong pick.
Yeah, man. This is like the first grunge album that I listened to in full and like fully digested. and man, it just made me fall in love. Really, like Pearl Jam, just that era of Pearl Jam from 1990 to 2000, just can't be beat. Unless it's Alice in Chains for me, of course. Sorry. But yeah, I'd take 10 just because it's just full of hits.
You think it's the greatest hits album?
Yeah, you would think it's a greatest hits album, exactly. And there's just so many great moments on the album, just from the massive chorus in Black to the solo on Even Flow, just every single thing to the last drum beat on Release I love about this album. Just a perfect 10 out of 10 album.
We always say this, but this album is definitely an experience.
Yeah, 100%.
There's so much reverb.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get the demo version on vinyl because you can find it now. I've been wanting to get it to hear what the difference is, like playing back to back, hear what the difference is.
Because one would be a Brendan O'Brien mix.
Yeah, one's Brendan O'Brien mix. So yeah, I want to hear that like compared. But we should do that. We should do an episode like that. Compare the 10 versions.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, we could do that. Damn. All right.
Brother with vocals. You know who you are.
All right. But yeah, 10 Desert Island album. Yeah, I'll take that any day. I could listen to that all the time.
I stand with you on that one.
Yeah.
It is not on my list, but I'd stand with you on that one. All right. Next one. Purple, Stone Temple Pilots, which
I also have on my list. So we could both gush about this one a little bit, as if we didn't in the last episode. I'm putting these pillows away. Sorry. Yeah, bro. Colby, you can start on this one since it's your pick first.
It's a greatest hits album.
Yeah.
Got under the guise of being a second album.
My second album. It's god, dude.
I just did that.
Just front to back, to me, a perfect album. 100%. The amount of times I've listened to this at work, just through and through, no skips. It's every time. Like, you don't have to skip any songs in this album because they're all repeat after repeat banger. You know?
And you know bangers?
Oh, I know bangers, but
yeah. Just for the reason I picked it, there's so much to love about it. You got your roll down your window jams. You got your deep introspective. You got your love song.
Mm-hmm.
You got your experimental track. It's got everything.
What would you say the stadium track is on that song?
The stadium? Oh, that's a good question.
I'd say probably Big Empty.
Yeah. I could almost say Vaseline too.
Yeah.
I imagine him at Wembley, just like.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's just like jumping. I feel like.
Yeah.
That could be. That's a good question though.
Yeah. Okay, let us know down below. What do you think Purple Stadium song is? Down below, if you've made it this far. We're doing little quizzes to test everyone, see if they made it this far. No, yeah. And then you got just your, like you said, experimental tracks like Lounge Fly and Army Ants, and oh man, every single second of this album I love.
Me too. Even though we've said, stuff in the last, like some would be skips.
Yeah.
That's us being harsh.
Yeah.
If it's a normal day,
I'm listening to Purple all the way through. Especially if I'm on an island by myself.
What else am I gonna do? Just dissect every little
every mistake of where I went wrong, why I'm on an island by myself.
Yeah. You went on a cruise.
Yeah. Ship sank. We're down. All we have is 10 albums that we can salvage from the wreck. Yeah, I'd be glad if it was these albums. So Purple, hell yeah. We don't have to glaze too hard just because we did last episode too. So, yeah. What was that, number 4? Or
That was number.
that was number 3. That was
That was only 3.
that was
You have
3.
2 more.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So my number 4 '90s album. What's the Story? Morning Glory. Oasis.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony loves Oasis.
You like? Oh, okay, good.
Anthony loves Oasis.
Yeah, I thought this would be
Yeah.
an interesting pick because I finished listening to it again yesterday, and I was like, all these songs are so good. You know, there's a lot of mixed opinions about Oasis.
Mhm.
You gotta separate artist from music, and this album is a bop.
Yeah.
There are so many like great tracks, big choruses. I like. Don't Look Back in Anger.
Oh my god, dude.
Is the most fun song to like
It's
sing.
so that's a stadium. That is a stadium.
That's a stadium
chant.
that's
right
like
there,
a
dude.
country, like, joining together
That's like
song.
that's like a national anthem. That's a national anthem. Don't Look Back in Anger, national anthem for real. Yeah. Oh, I love that pick.
Yeah, I love Noel Gallagher's guitar playing. It's so stylistic for the music that they play. I love the sound of like British pop rock music
Yeah.
in general, and just solid performances all around the album. And Champagne Supernova is so atmospheric.
Dude,
It's got a great
that's
solo
probably
in
my
it.
favorite song on the album, Champagne Supernova. That one takes you to a different place, you know. You can just close your eyes with that one. Just kind of relax. Oh man. What's the Story? Morning Glory. I love that.
I also just love that he plays ES 335 style guitars.
All the time.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're mostly Epiphone.
I feel like it definitely influences the sound because they have such a bright, airy sound as well.
Oh, they're chimey.
Yeah, very chimey. Very chimey. That's what I was going for. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
But all the songs are just so catchy. I mean, this one has got Wonderwall on it.
Oh yeah.
But it's also got like some slightly like She's Electric, and some might say those are great album tracks that they had. But really, this is like all singles.
Yeah.
Practically, they're all extremely catchy, and I just think it's just such a solid album, and picked it as one of my desert albums at the moment.
I love that pick. I would. Yeah. Damn. Maybe we should have done 20 albums.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you made it this far. No.
I need to.
So, my 4th album that I'm taking on the desert island is Grace by Jeff Buckley. Man, just what an album. From Mojo Pin to Last Goodbye to
Title
Eternal
track.
Life to
Title track,
Grace
Last
to
Goodbye,
Hallelujah to Lover
Lover
You
You
Should Have
Shoulda
Come
Come
Over,
Over,
Lilac Wine.
Forget Her.
I mean, bro, I love this album. The atmosphere that he creates through this entire album is just a musical journey that I wish I could take it for the first time again, to be honest. That's like one of the albums I wish I could listen to for the first time again, and just appreciate it more because god damn is it a great album.
That's what sucks about listening to good music is once you hear it once, you can never hear it for the first time again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a great pick.
Yeah. I don't even know like what else I could say for it. It's just the guitar work on here is just absolutely phenomenal. Like Jeff Buckley was such a
It's unique.
great unique guitar player. And then his cadence on a lot of the songs, singing and playing at the same time, keeping those vocal melodies and holding those notes like he does, especially that last note on Hallelujah. He holds it for like 25 seconds or something like that. It's crazy. Holds that note for so long. Just an absolute true musician. And this album every day for me.
It's ridiculous how
much he was able to lay back and then how much power he was able to bring into his voice. Because I think that's crazy too. Because like on, what is it, Last Goodbye or Eternal Life, when he does that last scream, it's crazy, but then you have those really soft, intimate moments like on Lover You Should Have Come Over, and you got him singing like I don't even know what, like choir music with Corpus Christi Carol, like just such a multifaceted musician in all aspects. Rest in peace, Jeff Buckley. What could have been, man? So sad.
That's what I was trying to say. Is what could have been.
Yeah,
But his voice is just so. It's like a Swiss Army knife.
yeah,
Because like you could do the high soar, or then he could add some grit.
yeah.
Like the ending scream of Grace on a lot of live performances of it. He
Mhm.
really, it's like he's belting strong.
Damn, dude. Now, I could take the deluxe edition of Grace if I could choose, because that's got like "Mommy, You've Been on My Mind" and then some live performances on it. So
This is also kind of a backup for What's Storm Morning Glory, because there's a lot of B-sides on it.
yeah,
Acquiesce is such a strong B-side track off of like the deluxe version
Yeah.
of What's the Story.
yeah, we could take the deluxe version of these albums. We're stranded, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Grace, Jeff Buckley, one of my
Great pick.
favorites.
Such a good pick.
Yeah. So, what's your number 5?
Gibby's there.
I see him.
Gosh dang it. See you, bro. All right. My last 90s pick. Make Yourself, Incubus.
Yeah. Yeah. Anthony likes that one too.
I love Incubus.
Yeah.
And
Colby loves Incubus.
this is
I love Incubus
probably-
too, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. Even if I wanted to pick Morning View, I couldn't. It's a 2001 album.
Is it actually?
Yeah,
Shit.
but I would probably
So what's
go.
in place of Morning View?
What?
Oh no, yeah. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it, but it was either between this or their second album, Science. But I always find myself coming back to Make Yourself, especially because it's got Drive on it. Even though Drive is their biggest song,
It's so good. Pardon
It's
Me, Consequence, The Warmth, just
Privilege, Nowhere Fast.
great album, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Join the Incubus train. Let us know in the comments.
Incubus fan or nah? Question mark.
Yeah, I love everything about this album and just the band in general. And I wanted to pick one of theirs to go in my 90s, and
Yeah.
this is the one.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is a great album. And then, them live as well. Seeing them live just gives you a whole another appreciation for the band, because they are killer live. If you ever get the experience or the chance to see Incubus live, take it. Go to that concert, please. You will not be disappointed. Swear on everything. But yeah, Make Yourself. I like the pick. Love the pick.
Yeah, the musicality is crazy in that band. I just tried to learn Pardon Me on guitar. It's so hard.
Mike Einzinger's a beast, though. I mean, that's why he was one of your favorite in the
That's why
list
it was
of.
in the list.
That's why he's in the list, bud. How many are we doing that? 6?
Huh?
How many the guitars did we do in that? 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
6 guitars. Mike Einzinger is one of Colby's favorites, so that's saying something. No, I think he has a lot of sound that is like shapes tones. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Tone shaper, for
He's
sure.
very. His tone is very identifiable, and I'd say it's unique.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of people use Mesa Boogies, but I think his use of
the way that he
PRS.
and like the way that he dials his Mesa Boogie and just changes, just adds a different aspect to the music for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because his guitar parts always hit hard.
They're so warm.
The drop like into Pardon Me just
Mhm.
hits so hard. And then like the build up to the chorus and the warmth as well. Just that's one of my favorite choruses off that album. Just so it just sounds great.
Yeah. Once we're able to do our guitarist list, we're gonna go through.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna make just like almost a deluxe episode and include a few more guitarists.
Patreon. If you guys want a Patreon, let us know. Patreon. We'll play it. Just we'll just upload stuff. I don't know. Just for everyone. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to do that video again. To actually play.
It's
That'll be,
so much better to explain.
yeah.
Okay. But my last pick, Incubus, Make Yourself. What is your last pick? Ride Dog.
You didn't think it could escape
It doesn't
Have it.
surprise me.
having Alice in Chains in the list for the 90s, because we're going with Alice in Chains' self-titled album.
I know bangers.
I know this is gonna tear some people apart. That I'm not taking dirt.
Oh,
But the self-titled album is like a gift from God for me, bro. That is one of my, if not my favorite album ever. It's just every single thing about it. Every note on the guitars, every beat on the drums, just I enjoy the entire thing, like listening to it.
yeah.
Yeah. Just
This is kind of crazy. I probably know more songs verbatim on self-titled than I do on Dirt.
yeah.
That's not even a joke. Self-titled is so good.
It holds up so strong. Even if it's their last album, compared to the rest of their discography, it holds up so strong. The songwriting on there is just phenomenal. It's such a dark place that it takes you to, and just, man, I love this album so much.
Grind, Brush Away,
Brush Away,
Sludge
into Sludge
Factory,
Factory, into
Heaven Beside
Heaven
You.
Beside You, into
a little quiz in the middle of here if you can
Again?
remember.
no, Head Creeps,
Yes, and
into
then
Again,
uh-huh,
into Shame in You,
uh-huh,
into Goddamn,
yep,
into Nothing Song.
not just yet. You are so. You're so close.
Is it Frogs?
It's so close.
Oh, so close. Into Nothing Song,
Yep.
into Frogs, into
Yep.
Over Now.
Yes.
Damn, we were close.
I mean, just off the songs that I have downloaded, like just even Grind, Sludge Factory, Heaven Beside You, Head Creeps, Again, Shame in You, God Am, and Frogs.
don't even get me started on the riff for Goddamn, bro.
He loves that song.
It just the Live at the Keel Center performance is just such a nasty performance of that song. It's on the Alice in Chains live album. If you listen to it, the lick that Jerry does in the beginning to bring it into that just disgusting riff, it's just an absolute stank face riff, bro. That's the only way I can describe it. It's just like, damn, I wish I had 12-inch subs in my car to listen to that riff. We should listen to it in your car.
Yeah.
I need to. And then, playing taps at the beginning of Over Now, and then that song is just so perfect. Just, I love this album so much. I could gush. We need to do a full album review when we get to do more album reviews. Full album review, tripod, everything.
Oh yeah, I'd love to talk about this album, and I completely agree. This is absolutely a Desert Island album.
Oh man, love it so much. So now, what do we got? We got to go into any era of music that we want to pick our next 5 albums, because if you're limited to just one era of music, kind of not stale, but we like a lot of music, so we choose.
Yeah, you'll see there are definitely some biases. Because of course we don't necessarily listen to only grunge.
Yeah.
All the time. So like you'll see definitely by some of my picks.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely kind of weird.
Yeah.
And Ryan's are
like kind of mainstream, but there's some ones that are not like necessarily you would think about, I guess. Kind of.
Our lists are so different.
Yeah.
In this part.
Yeah. They are. So you want to go first or?
You lead.
Okay. So, as I was saying, my number 1 from any era of music is "The Stranger" by Billy Joel.
Oh. Going out of order.
Yeah, I love that album so much. And it's another one, just hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
The man is just a hit machine. It's really crazy the amount of songwriting capability that Billy Joel has, the ability to lay out a full story right in front of you and then put such a beautiful instrumentation with a piano and saxophone and layers of guitars in there. Just an absolute beautifully produced album. It's one of my favorites of all time. I listen to this album all the time.
Billy Joel is just one of my favorite artists in general.
Yeah.
We've been listening to like 70s and all other years of music.
Oh yeah.
Way before we were
before.
listening to 90s stuff
Yeah.
heavily. So some of the stuff we are pretty in depth on.
Yeah.
But the Stranger is so good from this, like from the actual
Mhm.
self-titled track. It's got, in my opinion, his magnum opus on it.
Scenes from an Italian Restaurant.
It's one of my favorite. It's his personal favorite.
It's one of the greatest songs of all time. Honestly.
And like you said, he lays out a story
so well. And
Puddle of
just
Red.
has so many layers to the music as well. There's so many. The saxophone solo in that song is just
It's one of my
so yeah. It's just, what is that? A tenor or an alto?
That's a tenor.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, yeah.
so. Oh, Colby used to play sax, by the way. Big man used to play sax. Yes, sir.
Started on alto, then I joined tenor.
Yeah.
The tenor club.
Yes,
I love
sir.
to play Barry, but
Let us know if you want to see Colby playing saxophone on the
I
video.
can't play anymore.
Anyways, The Stranger, man.
There's so many.
She's Only a Woman.
Only the Good Die Young.
Only the Good Die Young. Is this? I think Just the Way You Are is on here.
Yes,
Yeah, Just
another
the Way You
personal
Are.
favorite, Vienna.
Oh my God, bro! Vienna is a great song, and I got the chance to see Billy Joel after 3 years of him canceling his concert. I finally got to see him, and the man, just an absolute performer as well. Holds true to anything that you've ever heard about Billy Joel. Just absolutely kills it live. Even today, like when I saw him 2 years ago, he was still just rocking. Like,
That's what
actually,
you said.
yeah, it was phenomenal. I still have videos on my phone that I go back and like watch of the concert. I've watched them recently. Like after I listened to The Stranger last, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go back and watch those videos because, man, that album just resonates so well with me. It's just a classic. Billy Joel's always been one of my favorite artists. I've had almost all of his albums on vinyl that I like to spin every once in a while, and just easy listening. Bro, we forgot about Moving Out, Anthony's song as well. Anthony's song.
I can't believe I.
Oh my
we
God,
forgot.
is another just hit on there. Yeah, just one of my favorite albums of all time. I could listen to this any day, anytime.
I back it up.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this album.
Mhm.
Been in the rotation for years.
Yeah.
A lot of hits off of this album. Because it's almost like it's a greatest hits album again.
I have his greatest hits, volume 1 and 2, and most of the songs on there are from The Stranger. So, the Piano Man rules. That's all I gotta say. Colby, what's your pick?
Okay. This is kind of a rite of passage one, I'd say. Again, we're completely flipping the order we have because I have a way in which I want to present these, and so do you. So, my number one pick, Van Halen 1.
I knew I was gonna put it on my list, to be honest. That's just a heater.
Need I explain?
I don't think there isn't any explaining to do. It's just the birth of Eddie Van Halen. The birth of Eddie Van Halen and his introduction to the world of blowing people's faces off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Go into it. Van Halen 1.
yeah, a lot of people call this the best Van Halen album. I don't know if I'm
Agreed.
inclined to agree with that, actually. They have a lot of great albums after that, both with Hagar and with Roth. But this just changed the way that guitar was played forever. At least rock guitar. Just the virtuosity of Eddie. Okay, I was blanking on the bassist name, and that made me feel like a jerk. But Michael Anthony and Alex Van Halen,
Yeah.
all just absolutely amazing musicians. Alex Van Halen cannot not swing. It's my favorite thing to say. I
Love
saw a video
swinging,
on it. Yeah, everything he swings. But there's so many solid tracks. Even just the first four on this. Did you fart?
Yeah, I farted.
Okay.
Sorry. I farted, everyone. So,
And it smells.
um,
I just got to pull up the first four because I can't. Running with the Devil, Eruption.
Ice
that,
Cream Man.
That song changed.
Yeah.
Uh,
Eruption just. That's. Oh man.
You
that
Really Got Me.
changed. Yeah, You Really Got Me. Eruption into You Really Got Me. Perfect intro, by the way. Oh, dude, Eruption just changed the way that every single guitar player looked at guitar. Probably ourselves included, to be honest,
yeah.
because hearing Eruption for the first time, do you remember?
We used to listen to it over and over again.
We used to listen to it all the time, just absolutely mind blown. Like, what the hell is he even doing? There's that live performance of him doing it
Live
as
Without
well.
a Net. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just, oh my God, bro, Eddie Van Halen, rest in peace. One of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. There's also On Fire off of this. Such a strong song. Ice Cream Man, though.
Yeah, Ice Cream Man.
The
that's what I was
acoustics
saying.
played by David Lee Roth.
David Lee
Yeah.
Roth popping off. I think I did because he plays it live, doesn't
Oh,
he?
yeah. Open
Yeah.
B flat.
Weird.
Interesting. But I feel like this is we both play guitar, and, Eddie is ingrained in all of some of our favorite guitar players.
He's an icon.
So I thought it was only right that we include
Yeah,
Van Halen 1 on this.
absolutely. Cannot be more correct on that. Anything else you want to add to it?
Rest in peace.
Eddie Van Halen. Okay, so my number 2 is the 1975 album "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd. So this album has been one of my favorites for a very long time. Just the backstory behind the album of the absentness of Syd Barrett and the band. This entire album is basically written for him. It just lays out a beautiful story, the entire album. The 15-minute song, the epic "Shine on You Crazy Diamond," those dissonant notes in there. David Gilmour just puts on a master class in guitar playing, soloing, rhythm playing. Every single aspect is beautiful. Richard Wright on the keyboard and the synth, just laying out such a beautiful soundscape. Roger Waters perfectly providing backing vocals and
Nick
the
Mason.
bass parts. Nick Mason just building up with the drums so well on "Shining You Crazy Diamond," especially. Then classic tracks like "Wish You Were Here," the title track. Just, man, I
Have a Cigar.
Have a Cigar, "Welcome to the Machine." I mean, it's only 5 songs. The entire album's only 5 songs, but
How long is it?
2 of the
3.5
songs is-
hours.
typical Pink Floyd album. No, 2 of the songs are 12 and 15 minutes each, so
That's crazy.
it ends up being like 45 minutes, I think. But just a phenomenal, outstanding album. I listen to this one pretty often, I'd say. It's just especially coming off of Dark Side of the Moon, especially. "Wish You
This
Were
was back
Here"
to
is
back?
such a what?
That was back to back.
I think Dark Side of the Moon's 73 and this is 75.
But it was like back to back.
Yeah, I think so.
Props.
Yeah. Just creating this after Dark Side of the Moon, which is considered by some people the greatest rock and roll album of all time, if not the greatest album of all time. Which I was gonna put it on here, but I love "Wish You Were Here" just a little bit more. I think it holds a special place to me personally, and yeah. Colby, "Wish You Were Here."
Yeah,
what do you think?
This is the thing. I
This
don't
is the thing.
have as
Yeah.
much to add about Pink Floyd. Well, look. Preface this again. I haven't listened to a lot of Pink Floyd. I've listened to what's it called?
What?
One before.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Bro,
I've listened to
what?
it like three
What?
times. Every time I'm like, I get it,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna listen to any of these songs. But "Wish You Were Here." I love "Shine on You Crazy Diamond." The sax. So there's a sax solo.
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I know. Just me saying that makes you guys think that I haven't listened to it. I have. I love "Have a Cigar." It's a great song. "Welcome to the Machine" was an experience. I saw that live.
Yep. Not with Pink Floyd.
Not
We saw
with Pink Floyd.
Saw Pink Floyd cover
I
band.
wish, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love this album. It's one of my favorites of all time. So yeah, if I mean you don't have to add anything to it. I think I've gushed a little bit. So David Gilmour's one of my favorite guitar players of all time. Huge influence for me.
He
In
bought a
guitar
black
playing.
Strat, not an
I
actual
did
Strat, but just to
a Squire
kind of.
Strat just to have a black Strat. So I don't have it anymore, but
It was a beautiful looking guitar, though.
it was. I didn't like the maple neck though. Shiny maple neck, no good. Your hands get sweaty and they stick. So keep that in mind, guitar players. Yeah. Wish you were here. One of my favorites.
Such a solid. It's still a solid pick, though. I still like
Yeah.
it.
What's up? What's next?
Okay.
What we got?
I gotta pull it up. Number only number 2. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna go number 2. I'm gonna go One of These Nights by the Eagles.
Yes, bro.
Right.
This album is just go for it.
Again, I just re-listened to it just yesterday, in prep to talk about it, and I love the Eagles.
Yeah. So many people do not like the Eagles for some reason. I've seen a lot of comments.
I have
of
never
people not-
seen that.
I've seen it on Big Lebowski hates the Eagles. Hates the fucking Eagles, man. You ever seen the Big Lebowski?
No.
Bruh.
The dude
Okay.
abides.
Anyways, just one of the greatest groups of all time. Basically a super group. It is a super group. They are a super group.
Oh yeah, sorry, I just blanked for a
Zoning out for a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they are a super group.
I love Randy Meisner.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bass players of all time. I have a signed picture of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All the song Hollywood Waltz. My
That's-
favorite, probably one of my favorite songs of all time. Lion Eyes.
Oh,
Talk
dude.
about like we were talking about with Billy Joel setting up
storytelling.
It's one of the
Yeah.
most well-written songs I've ever heard. Laid out so perfectly.
Yeah.
There's just like little variations.
Little variations. There's no solo section like a classic Eagles song, you know.
But
like
Felder makes a solo over
he's
top of
laying
it.
down so many like little arpeggios and triads over there. It's just so
Like we have 2 Felder pen tracks on this album.
yeah.
Visions and the second one on the album, I forget what it's called. Let me look it up really.
Yeah, and then the title track, One of These Nights, one of the funnest guitar solos to play. Just the way that Don Felder grooves, just the little muted parts in there, the little in the middle. Oh, dude, Don Felder's such a stellar guitar player.
He's so stylistic. And this track actually still has original guitarist Bernie Ledden on it.
Okay.
Who is such an amazing songwriter in his own right, and his brother was on this track too. But Too Many Hands was the one. That's also Randy Meisner singing lead vocals on it.
Dude, Randy Meisner kills vocals. I mean, take it to the limits on here too. That's one of the best vocal performances / harmonies ever. Especially with Randy Meisner. But
It's hard to choose because every single Eagles album is like I could have gone with like Hotel California, but this one just has
even The Long Run, bro, is a good album.
oh yeah, the self-title is good. Well, all of them are good. There's no but it's just like yes, I'm gonna go back to it a little bit. You said they are a super group.
Yeah, 100%.
Even when they first started.
Yeah, and I mean all of them have. Besides maybe, did Randy Meisner have a solo career?
Yeah, he had a hit.
Yeah,
he had a few hits.
It's like all of them had successful solo careers after the fact, after the Eagles, even still touring with the Eagles. Joe Walsh has some extremely popular songs. Glenn Frey has extremely popular songs. Don Henley, extremely popular songs. Don Felder is still touring, making his own music. Shout out Don Felder, bro. Absolute, just monster guitar player. Just one of my favorites of all time. That double neck Gibson. Yeah.
That's a guitar player's dream right there.
Yeah. Double neck Gibson. Yeah.
There aren't as many Glenn tracks on this album, which
Really?
which is kind of a shame because of course I I love Henley's voice.
Who wrote Lion Eyes?
I think that's a talk a little bit. I'll look it up. We gotta look this up.
So if you guys are liking this episode, make sure to let us know down in the comments. We appreciate your feedback on the last one. And once again, thank you for 200 subscribers. Pretty sick. Appreciate it. Yeah. So what do we got, Colby?
Henley Fry.
Okay. All right.
And
So
this
Glenn
one was
Don.
sung by Glenn. I don't know why I said that, but I think he only has 2 on this album of 8.
Damn, really? Okay. No, Hollywood Waltz is also a great Eagles deep cut.
Oh yeah.
That's such a, once again, another beautiful storytelling song, about a girl in Hollywood, basically. There's a lot of focus on that in this album. I feel like it's like kind of like a heartbreak album.
Then they focus on that one even more.
And
on
Lion
Hollywood
Eyes.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
On the next album, I mean.
yeah, it's one of these nights. It's a great album.
It's got its peak, or like it's some are more serious tracks, and then some are pump up like one of these nights, which is the intro song.
Yeah.
But let's go
Yeah.
on to your second one.
So my third one
Oh, it is 30 now.
is, now some of you might not like this pick. It's understandable, but my third one is American Beauty by the Grateful Dead. So I think you've listened to this album with me before, haven't you?
Maybe.
Just, there's so many songs in this album. A lot of people aren't like necessarily fans of the Grateful Dead, but I feel like it takes a lot to listen to them to really get into why people like them a lot. But there's just so many great songs on this album, from the start of, Box of Rain to Front of the Devil, Sugar Magnolia, Truckin', Broke Down Palace is one of my favorite songs ever. Yeah. I love Ripple as well, one of their most well-known songs. And then the live experience aspect of the Grateful Dead is just something else that I think adds to it, because they're a band that a lot of people don't classify as able to make great studio albums because they're more live centric, but American Beauty is just a great studio album in all aspects to me, from the bass playing of Phil Lesh on here to Jerry and Bob's guitar parts. Just, yeah, love American Beauty, one of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't have, again, not as much for me to add here, but I do appreciate Friend of the Devil. That's a good song. There's another one that I know. Well, of course I know Truckin'.
Yeah.
Probably the first Grateful Dead song that I ever heard. Yeah, I wish I could add more on this one, but Grateful Dead is not like exactly my go-to band.
It's understandable. I mean, I get it. Like, you like Dave Matthews Band, I like Grateful Dead. It's kind of like a difference between jam bands. Yeah, that's been a peace offering in the middle there.
But I appreciate the musicality of them.
Yeah.
And I enjoy. Yeah, there's always a weird like gap between people, some like music liker or lovers and jam bands, but
yeah,
I can appreciate them.
I think Jerry Garcia is like a huge influence for me guitar wise. I just love his approach to playing such a.
It's melodic.
It's very he plays very melodically. The use of exotic scales as well is really cool.
Phrygian, Valkyrian.
The odd chord progressions that they use, the way that they make them sound, the cool little riffs that they come up with in between everything, just make this album for me. Yeah, love it. And a lot of it's acoustic too, so his Jerry Garcia's acoustic playing is phenomenal as well. It's some of my favorite. I think he actually started off like as a bluegrass player, so he's got very long acoustic roots, and that kind of shows in this album. So yeah, one of my favorites.
A lot of great players play a lot of acoustic.
Yeah,
I think I heard that like Stevie Ray Vaughan always just played acoustic
had
off stage.
acoustic with him all the time. I think it's just great players. It just builds up that finger strength. Yeah, like no other.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
At some point, there's gonna be a Stevie album.
Yeah.
On one of these, but
that's my number 3, American Beauty, Grateful Dead. So
it's a good pick for you.
Yeah.
I'm saying that only because I don't know enough. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of get into the weeds here on this one because these kind of go to what my family would listen to growing up for the most part.
Yeah.
And kind of just like some of my personal favorites outside of not this one. I'm gonna do these two last, but next one I have is Christopher Cross's debut album, Christopher Cross.
Okay.
So,
this is where I'm not like well versed in this, so
with this one, but this is more of kind of like a recent thing, probably within the last year or two, that I listened to this album, and it's just the playing on it is so great. The songs are written so well. You have probably heard "Sailing."
I probably have,
of course. That's one of the biggest songs that he's had.
Mm-hmm.
But he won like 4 or 5 Grammys for it in one night.
Damn,
but right, he's got some. You'll know some like Larry Carlton.
Yeah.
Eric Johnson.
Oh shit.
He played on it. There's another guy. I can't believe I'm blank. But so many great players played on this.
So like how would you describe the album? Like, is he also playing? Like, is he a singer-songwriter?
He's a guitar player.
Okay.
Rick Beato's done a video on the song "Ride Like the Wind" because there's a solo on it, and Christopher Cross plays an amazing solo.
Cool. Yeah.
There's actually you might appreciate this is from the Rick Beato video that I heard this. He told the story that one time Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple was sick or something. He couldn't make the show.
So
Christopher Cross filled in.
Damn.
Played guitar for him.
For Deep Purple. Okay, that's sick. Yeah. So is he a 70s artist?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, his first album came out in '79.
Okay. All right.
But he was born in like the 40s, so he was like around in the late 60s.
Okay.
So I remember. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that. But he got a pair of amps from Jimmy Page himself and his guitar tech.
Damn.
High watts.
Oh, come on.
Kind of a cool story. Also from Rick Beato's video that I saw that.
Shout out Rick Beato. Beato!
Beato. But all the tracks on this, just great solos, just great written hooks, and it's a soft rock album. Or yacht rock. Some people don't like that term.
Okay.
But I can appreciate, but I love soft rock. It's one of my favorite, like 70s. Soft rock is
easy listening music.
Great, yes, great music to me.
Great.
So many great artists from that generation, but the whole album is great. I think you should give it a listen. I think you would personally like it.
I will.
A lot of great playing.
Yeah.
But I think it deserved to be on my desert island.
Sick. I like that pick. It's different. Like that's not something that you would hear.
Oh, well, just wait.
Pick, so. All right.
Now we're gonna hear something different from you.
This is gonna be different from me. So this is one that's recently kind of sprung up as one of my favorites. It's more metalcore. It's like mid 2000s, I think 2006. So this is "Dying Is Your Latest Fashion" by Escape the Fate. So this is the first Escape the Fate album. Before the lead singer left or whatever, there was like fighting within the band or whatever. I can't remember what happens, but this album is absolutely insane, dude. So heavy in so many aspects. There's so many catchy hooks. There's so many awesome solos. Tons of cool guitar techniques that I would wish I could replicate. Just great vocal performances through and through. And yeah, I love this album. I think we're going to put pictures up on the screen for like what album we're talking about. So yeah, if you guys are like fans of metalcore / like emo, mid 2000s music, go check this one out because it's if you know, you know. But yeah,
the album cover of this album grosses me out.
Does it? See, I don't know why. It's just a chick with lipstick on
with a piercing.
No.
Well, it's just the piercing between
the I don't know what's
the
called.
lips. That's kind of
it
grosses me out.
Yeah.
But this album I have listened to
twice.
Yep. And I will back you on this one. I really do like this album.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like like you said, it is catchy actually.
Mm-hmm.
He has some good hooks in there. Keep my casket closed.
Oh man, when I go out, I want to go out in a chariot of fire. It's such an emo named song for real.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, this entire album, I listen to this album like a lot. I've so much so that it put Escape the Fate in my like top Spotify artists just from listening to this album. Like I don't listen to any like newer Escape the Fate or anything. Just this album, and it put them in like I think they were at like number 3 on my top listened to artists from just this album. So yeah, phenomenal album. Every song is you just want to sing along to. It's so catchy. The Guillotine has such a heavy breakdown in it. It's so nasty, and then that solo is just kind of takes you away.
Yeah, the musicality and the band. It's of course you have to have a certain level of musicality when you're playing like metalcore stuff.
Oh yeah.
But the guitar player
have
is
a
on Escape the
level of-
Fate because there's 2, right?
Yeah.
Are just great.
Yeah.
And the drummer is great too.
Mm-hmm. I think they were all like 19 at this time, like very young. I know the lead singer
That's
was
ridiculous.
like 19. I know the lead singer was like 19 or something, but
That's stupid.
insane.
In a good way.
Like the virtuosity for the playing is insane, because even like in later like bands, because the lead singer found it falling in reverse, and the guitarist for that band, I think he was like 19 as well, just a virtuoso at guitar.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. But yeah, go listen to this album if you enjoy like just different guitar techniques, sweep picking, legato licks, heavy fast down picking, heavy breakdowns, just everything. It's a great intro to metalcore, I'd say. Yeah, for sure.
And then listen to Avenged Sevenfold.
Listen to All That Remains, The Fall of Ideals. That was gonna be on my list, but I didn't put it on.
Oh yeah,
there.
you did take that off.
But yeah, listen to this album if you want something to listen to today. Check it out. Colby, what's next?
Okay, my second to last one. So now this is where we get into the weeds on this one.
I thought we were already in the weeds.
I think okay, yeah, you're right.
We're in the thicket.
We were.
The thicket.
My next album is The Foundation by Zac Brown Band.
Okay.
So look, this is a childhood album for me.
Okay.
And my family, we were told about it by a family friend, like literally when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is if you don't know, this is a country band, more recent than my next pick is gonna be. But I literally love every song on this track. Nobody here is familiar with this one, but Chicken Fried.
Yeah, obviously. That's a
You know that
classic.
song, Anthony.
Chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. Yeah, everyone knows that song.
A very popular song, but every song on this is great. It's pretty much like a greatest hits album to me.
Okay.
The musicality is great. Lots of interesting, great acoustic guitar playing on it.
I'm here for it, dude.
It's just so strong, and like I said, it holds a special place in my heart for that reason.
Yeah.
It's just so many great songs on it. I know I've said that 4 times, but
yeah, love that.
It's an emotional pick.
Yeah. It's a nostalgic pick. Kind of makes you remember the good times. All right, Colby, Zac Brown Band. Sorry, camera got stopped again. Sorry. Go.
Well, I've kind of mostly said what I wanted to say about it, but I
Gushed all you want to gush. Glazed all you want to glaze.
I can just look it
I
up.
need full on glaze, bro. I need that Zac Brown Band glaze.
I mean, just like all these songs were such huge hits on country radio. Toes.
Dude, I'm not gonna know. See, Nate's gonna know it. I'm not gonna know it.
No worry in the world.
I'm not a country listener. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's becoming one. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, really, every song on this album is great. I seriously think you would actually like this.
I probably would. Yeah, I could give it a
Let's
listen.
see, it's always hard. It's hard to get into music.
That
you have to
crisscross applesauce.
I'd say listen to Crisscross first.
Okay, I will. I will actually listen to that one.
But it's kind of following the lead on to what my next album will be. But absolutely love this album, and I want to hear what your next one is.
So my last album, a bit of a different pick, a later mid 2010s pick. This album has stood the test of time. Just a front to back, every single song, the storytelling, the writing, the music, every single thing, every aspect of this album is perfect to me. At my last pick for Desert Island, Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar. Man, just I mean, do you remember listening to this album for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those ones you just, in the moment, it's like, holy shit, what am I listening to? Like, this is just every single song, hit after hit after hit. Backseat Freestyle, Poetic Justice, Money Trees, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst is one of the greatest rap songs ever written. One of the greatest storytelling songs ever written.
Swimming Pools, Drank.
Yeah. Mad City. Compton. I already said Poetic Justice.
Don't Kill My Vibe.
Yeah.
Is that on this one?
Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe is on this one.
Good.
Yep. Just every single song, front to back, I could listen to any day of the week. Just a phenomenal, killer album. Can't believe it's 10 years old already.
Ooh, that's sad.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about Kendrick, it's either a lot of people are either To Pimp a Butterfly or Good Kid, Mad City. Both of us are Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly is great
they
too.
both
but
are good.
I'm just Good Kid, Mad City all the way.
You gotta look at the.
Yeah. See, Anthony said that To Pimp a Butterfly is his favorite album. It's just yeah. Kendrick is just a master at developing an entire picture through an album.
All right, it's 12 years old.
12 years old? Damn, 2022 came out? I mean, 2012 it came out?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh. Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City, one of my favorite albums of all time. I used to listen to that a lot. Not when it first came out, obviously, because I think I was only like not old enough to be listening to that. But yeah, it's
What's your favorite track off of that one?
See, it's really hard, but I'd probably say, probably Money Trees, especially can't remember who's verse. I was gonna say J-Rock. J-Rock's verse on the end is so great too. He's got so many good features on this album as well.
Wow. Got Dre on it.
Yeah, exactly. Just masterclass in sampling as well. Masterclass in production. Everything about this album is perfect to me. Love it. Taking it on the desert island.
Yeah, the self-titled song is probably my favorite.
Yeah, Mad City.
MC
Yeah. Mad City goes.
I love the ending of that song. The beat switch up.
The beat switch up is
with
crazy.
like the kind of like the synth of the.
And then toss back to, I want to say because, they do like a toss back to Ice Cube. It Was a Good Day in that song as well. Or something from that era of music in Compton. So kind of his roots are throughout this entire album. It's so sick. It's just a great, phenomenal album. If you are not a fan of rap, I can understand. But I felt like this one had to be on there. To throw in a little difference. So yeah. Good Kid, Mad City for me. What's your last one?
So once again, this is an album that nobody in this room has probably listened to, but I'm picking real here. I'm not picking to satisfy anybody but myself on this. So,
bro, satisfying himself. Sorry, go ahead.
With music. On my last pick is Dwight Yoakam live in Austin, 1988.
Yes.
So, it's country pick again. This has just really been like a last 3 years thing for me. I don't know, something about just Dwight Yoakam's music in general. He's like he's got kind of a croaky voice a little bit.
Like an old man voice, kind of.
No.
Okay. I don't really listen to Dwight Yoakam, so
Yeah,
Colby, you're gonna have to.
he's very much he can be an acquired taste.
Okay.
He's almost kind of like the Billy Corgan of
Okay.
country music.
Okay.
But he's a great songwriter. He does a few covers on this album. But the guitar player is absolutely phenomenal. He's also his producer. He produced
sick.
all his first 8 or 9.
So the guitar player produces the albums.
Yeah, 8 or
That's
9
actually
studio albums.
That's actually sick.
And most of the bassist and the drummer. And he brings in accordion player to play on 2 songs, Flaco
Yeah.
Jimenez.
Yeah. Okay. That's sick.
Kind of like a Texas legend.
Yeah.
A lot of mixing of the different country sounds on it. But I literally love every single song. It's got a few Johnny Cash covers, a Johnny Cash cover on it.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's super strong. I don't really want to go too in depth on it, just for the sake of time, and also just to spare everybody from listening to it. But if you like country, this is just one of my personal favorites, and
Yeah.
taking it on my desert island.
I think we should also do a live album, kind of top 10 as well at some point in the future, because there's some phenomenal live albums from the 90s era and just from every era of music. So, yeah, I like the pick. I don't really listen to Dwight Yoakam, but I respect the pick. I know who Dwight Yoakam is, so yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Mm-mm.
So, everyone, let us know down below what your 10 desert island album picks are. You're stranded, your cruise ship has just crashed, your plane has just went down, you're the lone survivor, and there were only 10 CDs and a CD player left in the cabin or the place where you were staying before it crashed, and you're now stuck on an island waiting for the Coast Guard or National Guard to come and get you. What albums are you bringing with you? Let us know down below. So, this has been the Puddle of Grunge podcast, mixed with a little bit of music from every era that we could include in only 10 for our favorite albums. Colby, is there anything else that you want to add?
I don't believe so.
All right, everyone. So, as I said, Puddle of Grunge podcast. Make sure to follow the socials down below on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube. Let us know if you want to see anything else. And everyone, this has been the Puddle of Grunge podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm Colby.
Peace out.
Peace out.